An honest question to ask yourself is what's more painful, changing your life or explaining later why you never did?
In case nobody told you this today, an idiot in motion goes further than a genius at rest, and that's because the world doesn't reward what you know, it rewards what you do.
Hey, you can tell real quick when somebody was raised by losers. And let me tell you what I mean. When you hear people talk about the job market, oh my gosh, it's so hard to make some money nowadays, get a good job, I can agree. But what y'all don't understand is social media and anything you do outside of a 9 to 5 is endless. It's endless. My partner just started a car cleaning business, car detailing. He's getting jobs left and right because people are lazy and they refuse to do the work. When people sit around and blame the system for things, I shut up. Because at some point as a young man, you regain that control. And what I mean by that is you have the opportunity to get up and do something or sit your ass down and continue doing nothing. And a lot of people choose the comfort route, that second choice. Sit your ass down and keep doing nothing. And what really got me thinking about this is I was like, man, think about the lamest grown man you know. What the hell do you think he probably did all his life to end up in this situation? A lot of the stuff that lamest grown man did is the same stuff y'all are doing right now. And it's not gonna hit y'all till it's too late. And that's why I say it's easy to separate in this world. If you're willing to do something that most people are not willing to do, you'll get ahead. I promise you. I promise you.
You know who makes the most money? Us dumb people. The dumb people that don't know if this is going to work or not, but also I don't want to go work a job, so I'm going to try to make that work. Dude, for 18 years, I've just been throwing stuff against the wall and I see what sticks. If it makes money, I run with it. I don't even have to love what makes money. Did I think that I'd be soft washing houses for 15 years? No, but it provided good income for my family, and then I sold it and made money. Did I ever think I'd be pumping septic tanks? No, but I did, and I sold that and I made money. Did I ever think I would be, at this point in my life, washing and staining decks? No, but it's making money. Did I ever think that for 11 years I would be hanging people's Christmas lights, or hanging Christmas lights for people? Or my lights, not theirs. No, but I'm just dumb enough that I find what works, that provides income, that keeps me going from a 9 to 5, that I just do it. So many people get caught up in the old analysis by paralysis. And dude, if I'm not happy with something, I'll scratch the idea, I'll go on to the next one, I'll figure out what works. Because I ain't going to work for 9 to 5. Don't get me wrong, I would if I had to. Everything's for now. Like for now, I ain't going back, it's been 18 years. But I'm just dumb enough.
In case nobody told you this today, at some point you're going to have to decide, do you actually want to reach your potential, or do you just like knowing that you have it?
You're supposed to do the hard things to make your life easy, but most people want to do the easy things and their life becomes hard.
I saw a tweet that said, even if you fail, the worst case scenario is you just get a job like everyone else. Your worst case scenario is everyone else's reality. Think on that one for a bit.
People keep saying they want a more fulfilling life. Bullshit. If I looked at your last 7 days, I could predict your next 7 years. And most people are not building a better life. You're just getting really good at repeating the same week over and over. You may think you're acting like the CEO of your life, but if your life hasn't moved in the last 12 months, your habits are the culprits. You are managing your life like a company that's already fucking gone bankrupt. If you've been talking about doing more, having more, being more, but still haven't figured it out, the CEO of your life deserves to be fired. Think I'm being harsh? In this fake fucking fluffy world, somebody's got to be real with you and tell it like it is. And I only make these videos every day to help you level up quicker. See, I don't want you to take the time it took me to figure this shit out. So answer me this question. When was the last time you sat down for 30 minutes and reviewed your own life? And I don't mean your bank account, your relationship, your fancy football team, or how many followers you got on social media. I mean your actual whole life. Because every successful company on the planet has a weekly board meeting. They ask, what worked? What didn't? What's costing us money? What needs to change right now? So why the hell don't you do that? You're running the biggest company you'll ever own, your life. Yet most people wake up Monday, repeat the fucking same week, complain it's not Friday yet, and then somehow expect a miraculous change in their lives. It's insanity. And the thing that's fucked up even more is that people know what to do and they don't do it. Every Sunday now, I have a board meeting with one person, me, and there's only 3 questions. Number 1, what moved me closer to freedom? Number 2, what and who wasted my time and energy? Number 3, what am I changing this week? Then I actually just make the fucking changes because it's the proper decisions in the right order. Guys, your future isn't built by what you want. It's built by what you do and what you measure. And here's the biggie, what you're not willing to do. Because most people know what they need to do. They just don't have the emotional intelligence and the balls to actually change it. And if that triggered you, it's because it's missing in you. So if you're not where you want to be, stop asking for a fucking better life and just live with the one you have now. It's going to take a lot of pressure off you. And if you don't have what it takes to make the choices and those decisions that highly successful people make, stop complaining about your life right now if you're not willing to do what it takes. But if you think you have what it takes and you're frustrated enough to make the changes now, just start by becoming a better CEO of your own life. That's what Freedom by Design is all about. I've created an inner circle of amazing people, and we're building lives with intention, not on old habits, not from living on autopilot every day, because the life you want isn't waiting for you. There's nobody fucking coming to save you. It's waiting for you to build it. So if you're frustrated and if you're ready to stop consuming and start creating, I'll see you at the next Freedom by Design Live. All the details are in the link in my bio. At some point, you've got to stop saying one day. It's time to make that day today. And in a year from now, you're either going to have another whole fucking list of excuses or you're going to have the blueprint and a completely different life. The choice has always been yours. I hope to see you inside my next Freedom by Design Live. Register in the link in my bio.
Someone once told me every time you choose the hard option over the easy one, you're making the next hard decision easier.
This take is going to get me canceled and I don't really care. Every time I tell people that I am a multimillionaire, every time somebody goes, your hair looks like that. You're a multimillionaire and your house looks like that. You're a multimillionaire and you drive a Toyota. And every single time I want to be like, yeah, bitch, how do you think I became a multimillionaire? How do I immediately know that you'll never become one? I hate to say it, but the people out here who are telling me that having $1 million means yachts and mansions and Bugattis. First of all, it doesn't. Like, $1 million is a lot of money. Like, we talk about systemic oppression all the time. Here at Her First 100K, we talk about that there's so many reasons the average person can't get ahead that have nothing to do with how hard they're working. Indent new paragraph. And also, $1 million is not that much money. $1 million is not that much money. So crazy that you think $1 million and most major US cities could buy a mansion, a yacht, and a Bugatti. But second of all, the reason you're financially struggling is because the moment you get a little bit of money, you spend it all on a bunch of stupid shit. Now, I am not the financial expert who's on here being like, you can never spend money on lattes, so the reason you can't buy a house. Like, I am not that person. And the 5 million people who are here know I'm not that person. Indent new paragraph. And also, you can't spend your hard-earned money on stupid shit just to perform wealth to other people. Because it won't work. That's not how you get wealthy. So for every single person in my comments who's shocked that I'm a multimillionaire because I look a certain way or don't drive a certain car or don't have what they think a multimillionaire should have, that's why you're broke, babes. That's why you're broke.
You guys have no idea how fast your life can actually change in such a short amount of time. When you actually do the things you said you were going to do, you believe in yourself, you commit, you decide that you're actually done being where you're at, and you step into the identity of the person that you want to become, and you trust in God. I am telling you, your life will change so fast. I'm literally having a breakthrough year. This is the most amount of money I've ever made in my life, and it's not even about the money. It's the lives that are being changed, literally the purpose that I feel inside of me to just go and change even more lives and do something great, what we're actually building. It's amazing. And like 3 years ago, I never would have thought that I would ever be here. I never would have thought My whole entire life, or even just like getting into entrepreneurship in the first place, all I wanted was to make like 10K a month and just like work a job that like I was passionate about, and honestly just be able to pay my bills. I used to not be able to pay my bills at all when I was delivering pizza, and now I literally just went and bought an LV bag randomly. I needed a travel bag and I was like, screw it. Like I like nice things, you know. And again, it's not about the bag itself. It's about I became the person capable of even going and affording a bag like that. And again, I'm not like crazy materialistic or anything. I don't believe those things truly make you happy. I've been miserable with the most amount of money, you know, nice car, whatever. Like I've been miserable with those things. It's not the point. You know, it's the fact that the identity I've built and the person I've stepped into is the person who is capable of going and making a purchase like that. And that is what I live for. It's all a reflection of your hard work. I work my ass off every single day to pour into my clients, to pour into you guys through my content, and really just make a difference in this world. And you will always get paid in proportion in that. And some of you guys have it backwards. You want this life, you want all the nice things, but your relationship with money sucks. You're penny pinching, you're so afraid to bet on yourself and spend money to actually get into rooms that are gonna force you to get out of your own comfort and elevate. And you want all the nice things, you want this fancy stuff, but you don't want to take the time to work for free for people. You don't want to take the time to pour into people over and over and over again without getting anything in return. I promise you, each and every single day, if you just go out of your way to help as many people as possible, and you try to just build something great, make a difference, make great impact, have great results, you are always going to get paid in proportion to the lives you change and the impact you make. And that's the game. And believe it or not, over the money, the things you can buy, the cool shit, the material, there is nothing that is ever going to feel better than changing another person's life.
You don't want it for real. You still negotiating with like simple shit, like bare minimum sacrifice. You still negotiating with. You negotiating with like 8 hours of sleep. Like if you should get 8 hours of sleep. Like you negotiating like if you should watch less TV and go. Like that's baseline shit. Like you still having trouble with that. That's why you don't want it, because you're gonna go up against somebody that I'm gonna tell you right now. If we at the same level and we want the same thing, and you still negotiating with sleep, bro, you might as well get a new dream, bro, for real. Cause you're not gonna beat me. And whatever you got going on, whatever you chasing, if you half-assing it, you're not gonna win, because you're gonna run into somebody that, bro, you talking about sleep. I'm talking about I sacrifice anything, but anything can go. Relationships, friendships, mental health, sleep, all that shit. I'll throw that shit straight into the fire. Boop. That shit, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, because I'm focused. Like, I got something I got to do. I got something I'm going to do. I'm in process of doing. And anything that seems like it's going to impede that process, it got to go. It got to go. And this is what I'm saying. There's levels to this shit. When you talking about giving up sleep and shit like that, that's cool. Good for you. E for effort. But you don't really know until you willing to give up something good for the potential of being great. When you're giving up something that makes you happy, when you're giving up something that is a good pastime for you and is not inherently bad, like it's not destructive to you in any way, but you simply have to make more room for the potential to be great, not even the promise to be great, and you are still willing to do that, then you want, then we could talk. I fuck with you, twin. That dumbass shit they say.
Success, that next level, is going to cost you, it's going to cost you. Sometimes we look around, man, we trying to figure out what is it going to take for us to elevate? What is it going to take for us to progress? Why is it that it feels like I'm always going through some shit? I'm always struggling. It feels like maybe I'm losing all of my friends, or maybe all of the business that I'm engaging in isn't working to the best of my ability. Sometimes it's you. Sometimes the problem isn't everybody else. Sometimes the problem is us. You know what I'm saying? And if you take the time to realize, you know what? I have to sacrifice me. I have to die to my flesh today in order for me to elevate tomorrow. It changes everything. To give some actual tangibles of what that may look like. Sometimes it may look like you changing your habits. You being able to say, you know what? I used to do this, but now I'm going to do this. I used to give my time here, but now I'm going to give my time here. One of the most unique things that I've seen from so many young shiners coming up in underprivileged communities is that they're elevating and they're progressing and they're reaching higher heights, However, they're still struggling because their character traits or their habits are still aligned with where they used to be, or environments they used to hold, or the success they used to have. Not realizing that as you elevate, things have to change. Because if not, you'll elevate, but you'll always be in some sort of stagnation, or you'll always be in some sort of conflict, because you're not realizing like this next level is going to require my past. It's going to require me. It's going to require for me to change. So remember that success is going to cost you